Smite is changing and things are getting better and better every day. I'm joined here by two wonderful people, somebody you recognize and somebody I may not have never had on one of my update shows anyway. We have Lermy and Kilgoon. How are y'all doing?
Hey, doing great.
Kilgoon.
Super excited to have y'all here. We have a lot to talk about today.
We do.
A lot of things.
Big day.
Big day. Very big day.
It's
And obviously there's
11.3.
a lot of Smite 1 to talk about, but I have been given the unique honor to talk a little bit about Smite 2 stuff to kick the show off.
Let's fucking
More
go.
specifically, and this is a cool announcement I'm so hyped they let me make, we have Smite 2 Founders Editions
There it is.
coming soon. This is huge. We're getting to the point now where we're going to be able to start letting y'all get
He
into
said
Smite
coming
2.
soon. He
It's
didn't give us the
getting closer.
details.
You know, not quite there yet. It's
Coming
coming soon.
soon.
But Founders Editions are on the way, and I'm super excited. And that's, one of the reasons we brought Kilgoon or Alex, if you're hanging out at SWC here, to help me talk about this and talk through this. So, Founders Editions, right?
Yeah. Y'all might have seen me on stage at SWC talking a little bit about Smite 2. I'm the executive producer of Smite, if you don't know me. And normally I'm working during the update shows, but today I'm working by being on the update show. I think since we announced Smite 2, the response has just been amazing. People are so excited. I have
Hell
people
yeah, man.
in my tweets and DMs all the time asking me, hey, can I get into these like small tests that we see that you're doing? But really, like, the game hasn't been ready for a wider audience to do it, right? Like, it's fun to play a
Early
couple
access,
games,
testing
but we know that there are some
phases.
key areas that we needed to fix. But
Another
we're starting
boon
to
of the
get to
Founders
point where
Editions is that
we
you'll
think
get
that the
double
game is
your legacy
ready
gems.
for a
Okay.
bigger audience to start doing some alpha testing, which is why we're going to have these Founders Editions available for you to purchase soon. We're saying soon. We aren't giving you an exact date because we still need to get through some certification on the console
I think it's gonna be in
side.
April.
There's a few other things that we need
In
to get
April.
polished up. But please do stay tuned. It's coming really soon, hopefully, and y'all will be able to get your hands on it at home. So
Yeah, and these are really cool because it's going to get you a plethora of things, not the least of which is access to these early alpha tests we're talking about. And I always like to tell y'all how invaluable y'all are to us. I mean, we're here in the 11th year working on the second game because the community has stuck around and helped us figure things out and helped us just get through these crazy years. And we need you more than ever now as we get towards this. Once Founders Editions go on sale, if you're interested in helping Smite 2 be the best it can be, we're going to need y'all to pick that up, hop in these early alpha tests, and help us make it the best game possible. Y'all will be giving us feedback during
I'm curious how much it's gonna be.
super early developmental period of Smite 2.
Probably like
And
$30 or $40.
I tell you what, our teams pour over that. It's like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Every time they get feedback and the forums come back, they're like, all right, this is what we need to be looking at. How do we make the game better compared to how it was yesterday even? So super excited about all of that. And, I mean, I guess it's worth talking about what's in each of these editions, huh?
yes,
So,
it is.
all right, well, let's get into it. So there are 3 Founders Editions that will be available.
Three?
First up, Standard Founders Edition. Now, don't let the word standard mislead you. It's anything but. There's a lot of cool stuff right off the bat with that. So first off, you're going to be getting access to guaranteed access to those alpha test weekends that we host in the future. Again, we don't got hard dates for y'all right now. Game design is an ebb and flow process, but we're really trying to get there because we're so excited to let y'all in. But it guarantees you access for the platform that you purchase on. This will be available on your favorite platforms. We have Epic Games, we have Steam, we have PlayStation, Xbox. So if you have a preferred platform, pick this up on there. And for the alpha test, these early tests, you will be able to use that platform to get into the tests. Obviously, the game will be
So
available.
the standard
You can play on
edition is
whatever
pretty
platform you
basic.
want when the game
All
goes
the
live down
gods,
the road. But
Avatar,
for these alpha
2 times
tests,
legacy
just know
gems.
whatever platform you purchase the Founders Edition on, whichever one, will be the platform that you're playing on. Just an important note. But that's not all. That's just the first part of it.
Standard.
Secondly, you're going to get all Smite 2 Gods forever. That's the God Pack.
Yep.
That's the Smite 2 God Pack.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yep.
Like,
It's gonna be
And
like $30 or
coming to
$40.
the idea of should we do a God pack for Smite 2?
Yeah.
Like, it sounds really obvious, but we talked about this for weeks because if you look at the way every other game does it nowadays, right? It's we're going to charge you $30 for 5 or 10 characters, but we looked at all these different options and we were like, man, these all just kind of feel crappy, right?
Yeah.
And the only way that we can make this feel awesome, and Smite 2, our big thing has been strictly better.
Yeah.
How can we make this feel like at least strictly as good and hopefully better than Smite 1? It's like, okay, well, we got to give you all Smite 2 Gods forever if you buy the base Founders Edition, and it's got to be $30, same price as the Smite 1 Ultimate God Pack.
Yeah.
So $30, you get all Smite 2 Gods forever.
Okay, so yeah,
you
he
get
just
access
confirmed
during
the
the alpha
$30.
weekends, which I'll talk a little bit more about in a minute, and you get this other stuff too.
Yeah.
So
well,
$30
okay,
for the
finish that
standard
out. You'll
edition.
also get a Founders Avatar / badge and title, so you'll get some cool stuff to show off you were one of the founders for Smite 2, and the Smite 2 Cacodemon 2 Ymir skin. So for those of you who are longtime fans of Smite, that was a skin that you got when Smite 1 was in its infancy. And now if you get this first level of the Founders Edition of Smite 2, you'll be getting the Cacodemon 2 Ymir skin as kind of a celebratory upgrade to a
Yeah, what's up,
fan
Andy?
favorite. And also, now this one's pretty spicy. We've talked about legacy gems a lot. Legacy gems, for those of you who aren't initiated to the knowledge, we're giving you every gem you have ever spent in Smite over your entire Smite career back as legacy gems. Good for 50% off of qualifying purchases in Smite 2, of which there will be plenty. But,
Yeah, like the
we were
Founders Pack.
What more can we do?
All
to
Smite
tell
2
the community
gods.
that we love them and to thank them for their support.
So
over all
$30
these
for the
years
standard
of moving
edition,
into the
okay.
Smite 2 Founders Edition release phase. How about we just double the legacy gems? How about you just get 2 times the amount of legacy gems? And that's crazy.
Yeah. So legacy gems, just a little bit, if you haven't been following along for how they work. So almost every purchase in Smite 2, you're going to be able to pay for 50% of the purchase with legacy gems. Some things you'll be able to pay 100% with legacy gems. So
Oh,
things
really?
like skins that we have ported directly from Smite 1 to Smite 2, some classic skins or something like that.
Yeah.
There will be some things that you won't be able to use legacy gems on. The only thing that we've currently identified that wouldn't be eligible would be crossover skins, because those have business agreements to go around with them, and we have to give a percentage of the proceeds to the company. So just unfortunately, that's the way that would work.
Yeah,
but this is you getting the money. One thing that why we are doubling them here is because the way that currency works in Smite 2 is going to change a little bit.
Okay.
And by doubling them, it guarantees you're going to get the exact same purchasing power that you had for your gems in Smite 1. So
Yeah.
you know, you're not losing.
Yeah,
out at
so all the
We're not trying to be
crossovers
sneaky,
are not
even
gonna
though we're
be
changing the
ported
way that
over.
Currency works a little bit in Smite 2.
All the Nickelodeon,
again,
Monster
it's dumb,
Cat
you know,
stuff.
like,
It's not going to port it. Ninja
Legacy
Turtles.
gems is a really cool thing, and obviously bias standpoint, right? I work for the company, but like objectively
I think it's what he
speaking,
said.
that's a cool thing. I've never seen anything like that. And then they were like, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna double them if people want to buy the Founders Edition." I'm like, okay. That's crazy. 50 plus 50, that's 100%. I don't know, man. It's a lot of mental math I'm not going to break into, but it's super cool.
Yeah.
And that's just the basic Founders.
It's just the basic Founders Edition. And real quick, if I can
So
just
basic
one thing
Founders,
about Alpha before we
access
move
to
on.
early access and
So,
all the gods. It's the God Pack and
this
early
alpha
access,
will
which I
be
thought
a
is what they're
real
going to do.
You
I
know,
figured they're
this
going to
is
do
not
that.
a marketing alpha. The game is not done. We have
So
a
for
long way to
$30,
go. What we're planning and the way we're planning to roll this game out
$30.
is that we're going to do one weekend a month where the game is available to play in alpha.
Yeah.
Because we really want your
For
feedback, like Dandy was saying.
free
We want to know
or-
what's working, what doesn't working. Are you liking some of the changes that we're making? Where are the areas the game still needs to improve? And then we're going to work our asses off for a month to make the game better. And then we're going to open it up for another alpha weekend.
Yeah.
Right? And the game is going to keep evolving. It's going to keep growing. In the first alpha weekend, we're currently targeting about 11 gods. So not even a very large roster because we want you to focus on the gameplay,
Yeah.
on the new
Wait,
systems, on the things
so it's
that
only
are
going to
there,
be 1 week
so
in a
that we
month?
can make sure we're building the right game before we finalize a bunch of gods that are going in the wrong direction, for example, right?
course.
So we're going to be running a number
$30,
of these alpha
Damon.
playtests, and then eventually we'll go into a 24/7 beta period. But if you want guaranteed access to the very first alpha, the way to do that is to buy one of these Founders Editions.
Yeah.
If you have registered for alpha access already, don't worry. We're going to be sending everybody alpha codes eventually, but you may not get a code at the very first weekend, just because we're trying to make sure we don't throw too many people at the game in the first week.
Yeah.
You know, the first week, honestly, there may be some technical issues with the servers.
Yeah,
right?
if
There's
you
a
really
lot
want to
to
get
work
access,
through.
you got to buy,
So
for sure.
we're going to roll those codes out gradually. You will get a code. We aren't forgetting about you. But if you want to be sure that you get to play in the first week, that's the way that you can do it.
Yeah. Also, asterisk to go back to that Cacodemon skin. That's an alpha. That's a pre-order the Founders Pack during the alpha phase. thing. That's not gonna last forever.
Man, did he
we
say
wanna
once,
honor
1
the
week in a
lore of
month?
the,
Oh, that doesn't
Cacodemon
be like
player
every
skin.
other
So you're
week
only
or
gonna
every
get that if you're
weekend.
getting that Founders Pack early before we get into these alpha, before we get out of the alpha stage. But I mean, like you said, it's not a marketing alpha. This is a true alpha. Like we want the veterans to come into these alpha tests and tell us the granular information, like auto attack desync, and we want the microsecond plays, and we want y'all to tell us, does that feel good or bad? We want the new players to come in who have never played Smite before and just tell us from a high level perspective, are you having fun as a player? Like that is all super valuable, and that's why we want to get the floodgates open as soon as we can.
Okay, so
to
that's a
everybody
standard. What's the
for
other
this
ones looking like?
Very much in alpha
He said
game,
there's
is because
3 editions.
It's a lot of fun already. We've gotten great feedback
3
from the people
Founder
we're already
editions.
working with, but the more the merrier, and we're excited to get people in for that.
Definitely.
So we went over the standard Founders Edition. My voice I went through puberty right
What do we
there.
got? What's the next one?
Now we have 2 other versions to talk about. So next up, the Deluxe Founders Edition. bear in mind, you will get everything that we had just talked about. So all of that stuff we just talked about included in this
Cross-gen
one.
Night Stalker Neath Skin.
Of a
Ascension
new
Pass.
cross-gen Night Stalker Neath skin. So this is a cool Neath skin
Ascension
that
Pass.
we're excited. I believe we have the card art for it that we can show off as well. And but that will come with this. It's cross-gen. So you'll be able to play it in Smite 1 and Smite 2. There it is right there.
Okay.
So that's
of course.
She is pretty.
And you will get this as soon as you buy, as soon as they're available. As soon as you buy the Founders Edition, you'll get it in Smite 1.
Booba skins,
and you'll be able to
of
play with it in
course.
Smite 2 during the alpha weekends.
Yeah. Ooh, and there's a Smite 2 render for this too as well, because it's gonna be in both.
Oh,
so.
god damn, it looks so
dude.
good.
That's getting sick.
Neath
Yo,
showing up
the
and
Smite
showing
2
out in Smite
render?
2. So
Okay,
again, as
really?
soon as these Founders Editions are available,
Okay,
you'll be
really?
able to grab. You know, if you get the Deluxe Edition, you will have the skin right away in Smite 1. You can use it as long as you want, and as soon as Smite 2 hits, you'll be using it there as well.
I'm spying for
So,
that skin now.
On top of that,
So
the
Ascension
Deluxe Edition
Pass.
also comes with Ascension Passes for the first 11 Alpha launch gods. So Ascension Passes, new term there.
Yeah.
How about
So
you?
for
how
the
about you
11
explain what
gods,
an
Ascension Pass.
Passes?
Yeah, definitely. So one thing that we talked about during the keynote was that progression in Smite 1 is kind of underwhelming at times, right?
Okay, yeah.
So one of the areas that we've identified as a key area for improvement is God mastery. So everybody loves mastering gods. I love the numbies going up. I love my stars.
Hell
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, Lermy's
every
like-
god starred, you know, right
Lermy's
here.
a nuts.
Or diamond,
Like,
excuse
you
me.
like getting all the okay, cool.
Yeah,
Lemmy
I'm
has, like,
working
all
through the
diamonds.
stars. Don't worry, don't
She's
worry.
nuts,
I've seen it.
dude.
I follow the Twitter threads.
It's a great system.
I think
and we
so,
don't want
Andy.
to throw that away, right? You're still going to master your gods. You're still going to level them up. But the problem is, as you're mastering your gods in Smite 1, you don't really get anything. There's not really any
Dude, they're gonna have a special
incentive
effects.
to be playing the god or feeling like I'm being rewarded other than seeing my numbers going up and getting the stars.
Yeah.
The only thing that happens is you get the opportunity to purchase 3 mastery skins. And what we found is that most people don't buy those and they don't
Of
really use
course,
them.
because other skins
So
are better.
we wanted to overhaul the way that God Mastery works in Smite 2.
Okay.
So basically, we aren't really ready to talk about all of the details of this today, but I'm just going to give you kind of the overview. As you're mastering your god, you're going to get rewards for free just unlocked at every level. And if you have an Ascension Pass, there will be additional rewards.
So it's like a
that you
battle
will
pass
unlock at
per
every
god.
level.
Okay.
So you'll get extra skins, you'll get I don't know if I can spoil it yet, but stat trackers.
Stat trackers.
Pretty exciting. I know
Okay.
something people have wanted for a long time.
That's pretty cool.
You'll get a lot of stuff that you maybe would have had to purchase in other areas of Smite, all themed to that god.
Yeah.
So if you like
Maybe
a god,
like
it
their
lets
voice
you just get more
pack,
content for the god
things
by
like
playing
that.
it. And the one other thing I'll say that we're still finalizing the system, but the current plan is that the first couple mastery levels in Smite 2 will probably go a little bit quicker than they go in Smite 1,
Okay.
so that you can get access to more of this free stuff or stuff in the Ascension Pass more quickly.
Yeah.
But it'll take the same amount of time to get to rank 10 and same amount of time to get stars. Like the idea isn't we're changing that.
Yeah.
It's just the first few levels might go a little quicker so that you feel like you're making more progress and getting value out of it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's cool.
That is kinda
I love
cool.
that kind of thing. I love being able to see the
it
stats,
does
especially
seem like a
characters
battle
I love the
pass
most. I
per
love knowing,
god
like,
now,
and
so
being
every
able to
single god
flex,
that's
like,
coming
I
out.
mean, this is how good I am at this.
Every
I
single
love
god that's coming out in
y'all,
Smite 2 is gonna have like a little battle pass tied
that's
to
really
it.
cool. So that's gonna be those are the 2 extra things you're gonna get with the Deluxe Edition. If you
So we're gonna
upgrade
see how
from
that's gonna
standard.
work.
So you'll get
If that's gonna
Ascension
cost a lot of
passes
money
for
or whatever.
11 of the Alpha launch weekend gods, and then that new skin that we showed you.
Oh, I don't think we mentioned the price. So this
Oh.
will be
Lay it on me.
$60. So the base
Oh,
edition
Deluxe
is
edition
$30.
is $60.
This
Okay.
edition is $60.
Got it. All right. So
So
then
you get
that
you get the
leaves
new
us with
skin,
one
and then you
addition
get the
remaining.
Ascension, like
We
the
have
battle
the
pass
Ultimate
for the 11
Founders
gods.
Edition. And that will have everything we just talked about. So can go down the 2 levels above, I guess, and you'll get both of those.
That was
And then
$60?
You've
It's
come
probably
to the
like
one.
100.
You've come to the final one, the master of them all. And with this one, you're going to get an Ultimate
New
Edition
tier
avatar
5
badge
cross-gen
title,
Zeus
you know,
skin.
to showcase like I wanted this game. I was here. I am the ultimate of the Founder Edition owners. And on top of that, you'll get an Ascension Pass for 23, I believe it is, gods.
I believe that's correct.
So that is,
Nice.
yeah, that's a lot. So 23 gods worth of Ascension tracking and all that cool stuff we talked about. And then, and this one's really, I'm really hyped for this one. We have the first tier 5 Smite 2 skin.
They got to show it off,
Will
right?
be available with the Ultimate Founders Edition. So I'm building in the hype with pauses, and it's going to be a Zeus skin. Super. We have the card art here. We can
Let's
show you.
go. Let me
This
see,
is the
baby.
Fallen Zeus.
This
Okay.
game is just
Ooh.
so cool. Zeus,
A
you know,
Zeus.
traditionally has a shield, be gone. We've got sword, we've got axe, and we've got giant giga fists. So cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely incredible. And
So the first
it
tier
bears
5
mentioning,
skin.
First T5 in Smite 2, and that means a couple.
That's gonna look
things.
good.
First of all, it means that we wanted to go back to kind of the beginning of the T5s, and that's the evolution system. So you'll see here,
Oh,
you know, there's 3
yes.
different versions.
Hell yeah,
where We're
dude.
going back to the classic Tier 5 mechanic
Hell
of
yeah.
watching a skin evolve as you level throughout the game, because it's one of the classic, it's just classic Tier 5, you know? It's part of what made them as cool as they are. But what that also means is that we're starting to develop some of this tech in Smite 2. This, you know, Tier 5 technology, the skin technology, doesn't exist yet. We haven't made it. We're building Smite 2 from the ground up. So us having created this means that we have made the first ever in the Smite 2 art pipeline Tier 5 skin with all new tech, all new everything. And it is a cross-gen skin. We made it in that pipeline we designed for cross-gen skins. So the moment that you purchase the Ultimate Founders Edition of Smite 2, you will be able to play this right away in Smite 1, and it will be waiting for you in Smite 2, looking beautiful.
looks pretty
Just
good.
like this.
Yeah, so this is the first level of the skin. So when you start playing, you're gonna look like Zaddy Zeus here, ready to go to work.
Yeah, man.
And,
their skin's going to be
it's
so
kind of
amazing
like,
in Smite 2.
you know, demonic.
Yeah.
But like, there's something beneath the surface there. But he's kind of a dapper dude. Like,
Yeah,
He's
exactly,
definitely,
Andy.
got
Yeah,
this kind
that's
of
how it works.
businessman vibe about him, but he's a little like edgy at the same time. You know what I mean? He's like dabbling in the dark arts, and you know, he might be looking for more power.
Yeah, I super agree. Then you move forward, and that power's starting to come to the surface a little bit. You got
yeah.
you got the horns, the business uniform is starting to get torn away. Like,
My man's
he's
jacked.
buff, dude. Like, Zeus,
That is one buff Zeus.
that is one buff Zeus. Homeboy got the summer bod ready.
yeah, I think that's like a 12 pack, maybe. I don't know.
Well, that-
It's yeah.
Yeah, and he's got a new weapon too, which I think is really cool. The fact that he's like got all of this
Little
like
staff?
gold, like jewelry and adornments and stuff is really awesome. And you can see kind of like the chains are breaking, and he's slowly gaining all of this power. And you know, Form 2 is pretty cool, but
But-
I'm excited to see.
But
Form
really,
Form 3.
it's all about form.
Yeah,
three.
dude, their
Yeah.
skins are going to be so amazing in Unreal Engine.
Oh yeah,
Jeez.
The like wing gauntlets
Holy
are
shit.
incredible to look at.
the silhouette really like changes quite a bit between each piece, but it still feels like a very magical character throughout.
I feel like
whole
it's gonna be
thing. And
$120
the weapons, I think, is really the biggest
or the
deal for me, because, like,
Ultimate
just
Edition or whatever.
having these like giant magical fists alongside you is so cool.
It completely is. I don't know. I'm lost for words. And
I don't know if you said this out loud, but this is a cross-gen skin. So you'll get this
Yeah.
skin in Smite 1 and in Smite 2
Yep.
if you buy the Ultimate Edition Founders Pack.
yeah, you'll be able to play it right away the moment that you purchase in Smite 1, and then when Smite 2 hits, you're gonna have a Tier 5 in the pocket, ready to load up and try out. And if you think that these renders from Smite 2 are beautiful, seeing them in live action, seeing the ultimate rain down from above, it just, if y'all have kept up with some of the deep dives we've been
Dude,
doing,
yeah, the
y'all will
lighting
be
and
as
everything
hyped as
looks
I
so
am to
good,
see
man.
this live in action, even if he's
Especially, like,
holding you and you're
Zeus.
being
Zeus is-
dominant, you know,
Zeus's
it's still
ultimate
nice
is pretty
to look
sick.
at least. So let's go ahead and check this out in game in
Oh,
Smite
no
1.
way!
In Smite 1.
Oh,
Smite 2, y'all
Smite
can see for
1.
yourself.
Boo! I thought we were going to
Oh,
get Smite
this is the
2.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Dude.
The weapon like spiraling.
Wanted to see
around,
Smite
too.
2.
And he's still throwing around his lightning bolts as per usual. And you can see here, when he throws out his shield, it is really just whatever weapon he's got equipped at the time. So Form 1's got the sword, and then of course calling down the magical lightning storm.
Oh, dude, they
purple,
should have teased
epic
Smite 2,
lightning.
man.
Yeah, I like the like wispy black trail that comes off as the lightning strike. That kind of it sits there for a while. It lingers. It's a really cool after effect.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and the thing about these evolving Tier 5s, like, I love them. They're kind of nostalgic for me. You know, I remember buying Tier 5 Thanatos before I worked here. And, you know, the first form is always like, okay, that's cool, but what's next?
Yeah.
Right? So tier 2 or Form 2
So
here,
level
you know,
7.
you got the bigger axe floating there. You know, you're starting to see a little bit more of his power come out. And, like, I don't know, it's starting to come to life, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's like got like the power pose going on here. He's got a little extra like lightning
That's
effect
a little
going on as well.
VGX.
It's really sick.
Yeah, that weapon spiraling around is still as threatening. Went
Or
from giant
BTS,
sword to
whatever.
giant axe stab. It's just, and it's so cool that the weapon, like the actual model of what your shield is, changes as
Yeah.
the skin evolves.
I also want to give a huge shout to the audio department, specifically for the 3. You know, doing detonate as Zeus is really cool, but having to snap
No, you missed some good
That's
stuff,
just that
Chip.
feels
You
like
missed some
next
good
level
stuff,
for
man.
Zeus players.
That's awesome. And again, it's cool watching the evolution of the skins.
I want to
Yeah.
see this in
Just weird
Smite
does that
2.
ult look more grand too.
I wanna see
Everything
this in
gets a
Smite
little
2,
cooler
man.
at every level.
Yeah,
It's pretty big.
because I don't remember all of the structure around
Yeah.
it for the first one. So
Yeah, I mean, when you're becoming a god, you know, you start to get a little bit more.
there are perks to godhood.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. All right, well we got one more form to see. Let's check out the third and final form.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Okay.
this final form is just, it's so cool. Like, when we were running playtests with this skin, we were like, okay, this is cool, and then you get to the final form, and everybody's like, holy.
So
like,
this is
Yeah, like
is
watching the
part of
weapon
the
hands
Ultimate
track
Edition
actual
Founders
hands is
Pack.
crazy. Like they're
Smite 2.
extensions of the character model. It's just wild to look at. He has the full power stand.
But it'll be available in Smite 1 as
oh, now
well.
it's like a glaive.
So they're showing up in
too.
Smite 1.
Yeah, he like turns the fist into a glaive. They're
It's
actually
the
just, like,
first
this big
tier 5 for
transforming
Smite 2.
piece of metal
Yeah.
that like forms to whatever his need may be, and in that instance, he's throwing it out like a weapon.
But yeah, and I just realized too, it's gone when he does that. You know,
Yeah.
like attention to detail. Oh yeah, and see.
And
now
I really,
there's
I
these
really
additional
wish we
tiers
would have
on
saw
top
it
of
in
the ult as
Smite
well.
2, man.
That's an all.
That'd have
Yeah,
been super
now
sick.
That's an ult. That's a proper godly ult right there.
And the snap, dude, I can't get over it. It's so cool, guys. Don't look at explosions.
It really is.
How?
Man, so super incredible to look at.
It
And
does
again,
look like a good skin,
this
and it
is-
levels up.
This is the
is cool.
Ultimate Founders Edition. You get that. This will be waiting for you in all of its glory in Smite 2, and will be ready for you to
What
hop in
the
and start
hell,
using
dude?
right away, moment you purchase in Smite 1. So, as well as all of the other things we mentioned. So that's alpha access on your on the platform you purchase it on. That's double the legacy gems. You have the Neath skin. You have the Ascension path. It's just so many things.
Kakademe and Amir.
Oh, hello?
Man, and I don't know. I could talk about this all day, but then we wouldn't have time for the rest of the show, and that would make me sad. So get ready for those. They're coming soon. Again, we don't have a hard date for you right now.
No price either? Did
but
he say
they're on
price?
the way, and it's just we're excited to let y'all in. I don't know what else to say. I walk around the office. I talk to people all the time, and everybody's working so hard.
I don't think they said
to
a
like,
price.
make this the best thing ever. So
And just a couple quick things before we move on.
Yeah, please.
Just keep in mind, when you're looking for these on the storefronts when they are available, right, you will have to go to Smite 2. You will not, like, if you go to the Smite 1 DLC, it won't be there. So you'll go to Smite 2, you'll pre-order these Founders Editions, and then you'll get all the
I
content.
don't think they said the
instantly,
price
in
for
Smite
the
1,
big one.
And then when
It's
available
30,
in
60,
Smite
and
2.
then whatever the mixed big
And
one is.
don't forget, if you want to take advantage of
Let me
the
see if chat's
Divine
saying
Legacy and Legacy Gems and all that,
Also,
make
there's
sure that
$100.
you are linking in-game in Smite 1 on the platform that you want to play on. It's very important because of the way cross progression works. Basically, like, you're going to set a primary platform on Smite 2, and then everything else will be linked to that. So you want to make sure that you're clicking link in-game on the platform that you want to play Smite 2 on as your primary account.
Yeah.
So if you're an Xbox guy, do it on Xbox. If you're a PC guy, do it on PC. It's easy. And I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about. Oh, I don't think you said how much the
there we
Ultimate
go.
Edition is.
I don't go for it.
So $99.99.
Okay,
so
$100.
it's, $30, $60, $100 are the three different levels of the Founders Pack.
Scaling.
So
Yeah,
$100.
logical scaling.
They
And
have
again,
like this thing called like it's like a
counts. That's
Ascension
important.
Pass.
That's so important. We've been talking about legacy gems. I've been.
It's an
nailing
Ascension
it
Pass
every
per
single
god,
time.
which is like a battle pass per god. You get like
that's super
special.
important because you have so many rewards you can get just by getting those. linked up. So
They didn't really go into detail, but they're gonna be doing something different for the mastery level grind.
So anyway,